Okay, here we go. Who likes Thor and the Incredible Hulk? I do. This is a pretty cool composition that I created. This first image, you can see that I've already done the pencil and I made a boo-boo and I destroyed the pencil. So it's really image number two. And what you're seeing here is a ink pen that has gone over the pencil and I've erased the pencil. And in this scene, we have Thor, and he's got his hammer. And then we have the Incredible Hulk, and they are hanging out with the kids. And there's a kid hanging on to the Incredible Hulk, and there's another kid hanging on to the Incredible Hulk's left arm. And they look like they're at Disneyland. I thought we'd do a Disneyland composition or Disney World. And you can tell that because I put the hats on there. So they look pretty cool. I also added a little Kermit the Frog to one of the kids' arms, and he's holding on to that. And the little girl at the bottom is pointing out these characters while Thor is showing his hammer. He's like, "Hey, look at my hammer!" And she's like, "Mom, look at this, Daddy, look at this guy. He showed me this thing. Look at this. Take a picture." And we're moving on. Here we go. This is that image scanned, put into my computer, and re-inked. And it's almost like a coloring book page at this point. Then what I've done, and it's kind of not out of order, but I would scan that image that is just the ink pen, and then I've got it, and then I can ink it. And then this is the original pencil pen page that is not scanned yet. And I'm using Crayola markers and Crayola crayons. And I figured this out. It's really cool. If I put down Crayola crayon and then take a Crayola marker and go over the crayon, it gives me some neat color range. I've got greens and yellows and whites, and I can take a white crayon. If I want a white area, I can put the white crayon down and then try and go over it with the marker. If I want a yellow highlight, I put the yellow crayon down, go over it with a green marker. And the same thing in the entire composition. Gray Crayola markers are kind of dark, so I know I'm gonna have to lighten those up. But it really looked cool. I was like, dang, I only had like 4 crayons in the beginning, and I left. I said, I'm getting with 24 box. It's $2 at the grocery store. Got the 24 box of crayons, went over it with a Crayola marker set that I have, because I got the entire Crayola marker set from broad tips. I got 1 through 10. Those are cool. And then I've got the super tips, and those are a must-have for all artists or people that just want to have a good time coloring stuff. Moving on, this is now the digitally colored image. And the digitally colored image can be colored using the eyedropper tool and Adobe Illustrator's live paint functions. And I'm pretty good with Adobe Illustrator, and there's some tools in there that I really can't explain, but the knife tool is my fave, and I can take part of a color and slice it and then recolor that slice into just a variation and have a great change of color throughout the entire composition. That's what I've done. I've taken the solid color knife tool and then I recolored that. Or what I've done is I have gone to the path, offset the path, and done a negative. And you got to make sure that it's not set to inches in Adobe Illustrator, that it's set to points. So I'll do path, offset path, -4, and then it'll bring it in. Oh, that's my computer. It just told me it's 2, but I'm not re-recording. I'm keeping this one. This is really worthwhile. Thank you, computer, for telling me the time. So anyway, continuing on with my story, uh, we're moving on. That's what we're going to do right now. Here we go. So now that I got that, I'm just playing around with Adobe Illustrator, trying to learn more. And so now I've done like a layer thing. And to do layers in Adobe Illustrator, it's better just to open up a new document, copy the original document, and paste it in this new thing. And I'm really into pages, so this would be like page 3 for me. I've done the original page 1, page 2, Adobe Illustrator original, page 3, copy and pasted, and then page 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this would be probably like page 3 for me. And I've copy and pasted it, copy and pasted it again, done something with the opacity panel like darken or multiply or soft light or hard light, or any of them are a ton of fun to work through. And that's what this image is. Then Adobe Photoshop is amazing, okay? Part of this picture is my pictures that I've just taken. It's like of Disneyland when I visited or something. And so I've got, oh man, I got some cool palm fronds at Disneyland. I'm gonna go ahead and put those in here. And then through technology, I can layer that one with another picture that I have at Disneyland. And Adobe Photoshop is amazing because they have generative images. So I'll type in generative images. I'll type, I want an arch. It will give me a selection of archways. I'll select the archway. It'll just mash these images together amazingly. And here we go. So I was like, oh, there's my background image. It looks pretty cool. I've got this archway. I got a path. I even put stone bricks, stone walkway bricks. Boom, put it all together for me, mashed it up. There's the background right there. Saves me a little bit of effort. And then we're moving on. Oh, so then I put my image over this generative image, and I took the background and I made it so it was 16 colors. There we go, 16 colors. Reduced the entire color palette of the original Photoshop image. Gave me 16 colors and looks pretty cool. I kind of wanted some shadows, so that's what the last image is. It's kind of like shadows and just making sure it looks kind of cool. I may have put like a light behind the characters and things. And I did take this one a little bit further because I was just so excited. I said, dang, this is pretty good. And I kind of made it into a comic book. I put like barcode and I messed around with some fonts and stuff. And that's in another image that didn't make it into this YouTube video. But here it is, the Incredible Hulk and Thor at a theme park, probably Disneyland, Disney World, and just hanging out with the kids. And that's what happens a lot at Disneyland and Disney World, is you'll get a little bit of character interaction and things like that. So have an excellent YouTube experience. Please remember to subscribe, like, and share. Have an excellent day.